Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Fed Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today is July 20th, 2023, and today is Thursday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, the U.S. markets holding on to their gains. There's no major economic events scheduled for today. However, corporate earnings we do have today. Johnson & Johnson. We also have SAP coming out. And lastly, Philip Morris, a big company for the New York Stock Exchange, is coming out with corporate earnings. Now, looking at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, the British pound loses its control versus US dollar and sells off. Now, looking at the indices, both the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ holding on to their gains. Looking at commodities, gold gaining and pushing higher, while oil sitting on support. Now, looking at the stocks, specifically CISCO has a gap and go. We're going to take a look at that. And lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin remains unchanged. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're going to start with the Euro USD, and you can see it's tapering off, not doing much. We mentioned this yesterday also. It's just holding on. What can drive it lower is the GBP. If we look at the GBP, you see a serious retracement here, and we're testing closer to that 29.13ish level, and this is a minor supportish level. Okay, we have to really go back to that weekly chart, and you can see it on the 200-day moving average. That was the point, and I'm going to use that as a supportish area. Remember, the longer the time frame, the more important it is, and this is a case in point. Now, jumping to Australian dollar, also just hanging out, not doing much, and tapering off. Now, we've been watching the Turkish Lira continue to get weaker versus the dollar as it's hitting 26.90ish level. That's new lows for the Turkish Lira. Now, it's just it is a hard trade because it consolidates and then it goes lower. So just keep in mind that this is what's happening, and this is a trend that is continuing, unfortunately. Now, looking at commodities, gold continues to climb higher to 1983, a decent push higher, but then giving up some of its gains. If we look at a daily chart, we're close to that Fibonacci retracement level, which would be resistance-ish level. Now, jumping to crude oil, we're sitting at support here at 75.40ish level, just shy of that $75. Now, this is also seen pretty decent ascent, okay, if we look at a daily chart, but it's just having a hard time pushing higher than that 200-day moving average, and it's consolidating in this area, okay? Nothing really to say more than that. Now, jumping into the U.S. markets, Dow Jones holding on to its gains at 35,200-ish level. Amazing comeback. This was trading at 33,800-ish level just a couple of less than a month ago. So this is a massive move on the upside. Yes, it is a bona fide upside breakout. I mean, if we look at a weekly, you could see that is really bona fide. Now, the next real resistance level is something at 36,000. Okay, so keep on. And we're only 1,000 points from our all-time highs, record highs, about 1,400 points. But you know, that's something to consider. Now, looking at the NASDAQ, also still very strong. If we look at it on its highs, 15,900 level. Now, looking at specifically the tech stocks. Okay, so let's look at Apple first. Apple holding above that 200-day moving average, still on its highs. Okay, did break out higher to 197. Look at Facebook, also close to its all-time highs, not really retracing, showing some strength. Okay, so there's strength across the board. Now, Microsoft was the one that broke out higher, made new highs, and it's shy of that. Okay, now remember, on the 25th, which is, I believe, next week, Tuesday, okay, I don't have a calendar in front of me, it is coming out with quarterly earning report. So that's an important event as that's coming out also. Now, jumping into, where is it? CISCO. Get a big gap and go there. Look at that. Gap, go, and go. Now, it is sitting on resistance-ish levels, so some of these stocks want to take it higher. And if they do, they're going to break out. And that's going to be a shift in the market. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin, remaining unchanged at 30,100-ish level right now. But it is perking up above the 8-day moving average. And we'll see if it is going to break out higher. Okay, it's just a matter of time until it does. This is Fed Razak. I want to wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.